afternoon, everybody. So here we are over at the farm, and I've got a little project going on this afternoon. With this evening, I'm going to be rebuilding my hydraulic cylinder on the dipper stick on my mini excavator, and I'm over here desperately trying to make as little of a mess as possible with draining some of the hydraulic fluid out of these hoses here on the on this the dipper cylinder hoses specifically, and they go up. I'll see if I can get you a shot. They go up along the boom here, and I'm hoping what's going to happen is, the highest point in this hydraulic line, I'm hoping that from here down to there is going to be all that drains as far as hydraulic fluid, and of course, whatever's actually in the cylinder and the ram itself. So we'll see. I'm hoping that the fluid coming out of this line doesn't create a siphon and continue to pull fluid from these lines up, because that could lead to a little bit of a big mess. So let's hope and pray that cracking these lines here behind the cylinder and bleeding them of any pressure in the system, slowly letting them bleed out, will prevent a siphon. So we'll see what happens, and I'm gonna get you guys set up on a little bit of a better camera angle. I've got a hay delivery coming, so I'm probably not going to be able to stay focused on this project. I'm trying to be careful how deep I get into it and how messy I get. The hay delivery could come in any minute, so I'm gonna have to try to plan this sort of carefully. So I'm gonna try to get you guys set up in a little bit of a better position, and hopefully I can stay out of the way of your viewing. So let's see what we can do. As you can see here, I've got a little bit of a jerry-rigged funnel system, and trying to catch as much as I can without making a huge mess. It's going to be a little bit difficult, because as I adjust the flow on this, it's going to change the angle in which this fluid flows. Of course, I got a breeze coming from the northwest, and it's not making things easier, that is for certain. So trying to see what's the best way. I think this might be the ticket here. This might be my best chance here. What we can do is cross our fingers and hope. If anybody's curious, this green thing here is what they call a forma funnel. They're really cool. This is really probably the first actual project I've done since I bought this that shows the versatility, I don't know, I guess maybe that could be the word, for a funnel like this, where you can really kind of get it in those niche type of situations. Somehow I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid getting messy. I hope and pray that when I get this, this cylinder apart, that the this rebuild kit that the local John Deere dealer got me is the correct one. So we will find out. That is for certain. This is one of those projects we're having some actual hydraulic specific crescent wrenches would be super convenient. Oh. I'm almost wondering if taking this upper pin out of this cylinder and moving that cylinder outward is going to help me. I'm just kind of relying on the cylinder and the dipper here, the distance between, to clamp this funnel in place to help my contraption here work effectively, but I'm not so sure that's going to happen. Oh yay. Looks like that one's fully loose, which is good. Hey, how are you? Hello. Beautiful day like today. There's no reason why anybody should be in a bad mood, right? Everybody around here so far has been in a pretty decent mood. It's a lot nicer today than I thought it was going to be. Past couple days they were claiming higher temperatures than it actually reached to. I kind of thought today was going to be the same, but heck, in fact, I think today is nicer than they forecasted it to be. So you won't find me complaining about that. This particular line's being a little bit of a pain. I think I got it figured out though. I think I got it figured out. Did I get it? I got it. Cool. Cool, cool. All right. That baby's tight. Probably one of those things where I would probably going to wind up wishing that I brought my cordless impact out. Oh, I got it. Can't be losing parts. Okay. That's that. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Man, I thought I was going to be beaten on that thing. Now all I got to do is wonder when the heck it's going to fall apart. Oh no! Oh, there's the mess I was worried about. Well, plus side is it's going in the bucket. Wow, actually that worked out better than I thought it was gonna. I can always recover it from the bucket. That's the easy part. All right, well. So it appears to be that the cylinder is drained. My first legitimate fail video for YouTube. Okay, so it looks like it's all drained out, I think. I hope. Of course, I brought out everything except for my shop rags. I will be back in a moment. All right, well, I guess I'll get my not very helpful contraption. I think it would have been more of a success if I hadn't forgotten to support the cylinder from dropping free fall once the that last hose was, or I should say, since as soon as I pulled that last pin out of there. That was my major oops. That was the problem. So I'm gonna take these shims here, make sure I keep them aside. Make sure I'm not leaving any out. Make sure I don't forget anything anywhere. Okay, we're good there. Oh. All right. You know what, I bet this will probably work better if they're the right size. Oh, yeah. Sounds like somebody down the road's got a big high output 4-stroke down there screaming, romping around back and forth somewhere nearby. Miss those days. Come to think of it, now that I mentioned it was a high output, I'm not sure it's a high output. It just sounds like a 300cc or so, maybe a 400cc older 4-stroke quad with a loud exhaust on it. All the 450s and 250s and 500cc big bores that I've had never really sounded like that. They were definitely more aggressive sounding, deeper tone. I think I just lost my shop rags. I think they went on a trip without me. Well, let's see what happens with this pin Are you guys still watching, or are you looking in the complete wrong direction? I don't even know if... Looks like the camera's still recording. Red light's on. I think you can see what's going on. Yeah, you can see what's going on now. Oh, wow. This is starting to concern me. Real nice. Rags just decide to up and go away. Okay, well, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go get more rags. I underestimated the messiness. Alright, finally. Well, I was tempted to leave that in there, but I'll probably clean it up before I put it back in there. See what I can do. No. The inconveniences of living on a slope. Can't put anything down without worrying about it rolling away. So, okay, I'm going to shut this off here for a moment. I'm going to get all this stuff relocated to the garage where I got the, dare I say, workbench, whatever you call it, mess, pigsty, and the bench vise that might not be any help to me. So I'm going to get this relocated. Talk to you shortly. Alright, so we are now located at the, well, the bench. I don't want to call it a workbench because it's, workbench is something a man should be proud of. And this is just a small available space in the garage that I might be able to do this project in. So I got a lot of cleaning up to do on the ends here. However, I did want to talk a little bit about the style. Sorry about that, I don't mean to make you sick. The style of retainer in here. I don't know if you can see that, but right there, you know, it looks like a circlip, just a, you know, a bent, slightly curved ring in there, metal, piece of metal. Well, that ring goes all the way around. It's almost like a really big washer or a bushing. And what they did was they took like an awl or a punch, and the way this thing works, they push it, kind of like you do a cotter pin. You know, they just put an indentation in it, and that's what stops this from spinning off, I guess. So that's the style. So I gotta hammer this back this way, and then I should, in theory, be able to spin that counterclockwise right out of there and then proceed forward with the rest of the rebuild. So yeah, we're gonna see what comes of it, and I'm gonna try to get you guys set up overhead here, and because I think that position there off of the toolbox maybe wasn't exactly enough for you guys to see a lot. So let me get you repositioned. Alright, well, we'll have to hope for the best here and see what happens. I'm not really sure what to expect. I know it's very likely that it could be a struggle. Kind of thinking this little Harbor Freight vise isn't gonna be able to handle this. Got it. Trying to be careful, you know, with taking this thing apart, and all these things that I've been doing are all kind of things that I already knew needed to be done, or would likely have to be used as an option. But I try to be really careful to try to calculate the best I can the risk and reward for different methods. And fortunately, that one worked. I don't know if you guys can see this in the camera where my hand is. Over here I got the tube that feeds from one end of the cylinder to the other, and that's the only thing I have preventing the cylinder from rotating in the clamp. And I wanted to be sure that it was going to be strong enough to do that, and it was, fortunately. So move forward with taking this cap off the rest of the way. I sure am happy that worked. Little shock. If I was gonna get a pipe and use as a lever on this thing, I think that this hydraulic line may not have fared very well. So just happy that worked out okay. Should probably think ahead here a little bit and try to make some room in this little messy space that I have. There's the kit. I'm hoping and praying that all those pieces in the kit are gonna work. Pretty sure it will. Get me more rags. Running out of shop rags. I was hoping to be able to determine whether or not these were the right ones without opening the package, but don't look like I'm that lucky. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go get my Milwaukee, aka Big Nasty. We'll see if Big Nasty's nasty enough. Hopefully, a little shock treatment will get me what I want. All right. Well, finally, I decided to go down to the barn and dig around to see if I could get me some sort of pipe long enough and heavy enough to help me get this thing broke loose. And I was successful at finding pipe. I was concerned that it was going to be far from thick and heavy enough to handle the amount of load I would have to put on this thing. Lo and behold, the person that I had spoke to some time back about getting, certain hydraulic systems, these nuts on these rams to break loose, he said the ones with the set screw typically are easier because they rely on a little bit of Loctite and a set screw to keep the nut from coming off rather than just sheer torque specs. So yeah, to my surprise, I put a little bit, and this little galvanized thin Pioneer, not a Pioneer pole building, I don't know why, Shelter Logic. It was a little scrap section of piece of old Shelter Logic building that we had, and it was rusted and it was failing and looking like it was going to break apart any second. And I came up here and I just, for the heck of it, said, well, what's the worst that's going to happen? It's not going to work, right? Well, surprisingly, I hardly had to put any effort into it. Right when I thought the pipe was going to break open, because it's rolled pipe, it's two pieces technically. Well, I shouldn't say it's two pieces. It's got a seam in it, and I couldn't believe it. It popped right loose. I can't be happier with those results. I thought for sure that was going to be it. I wasn't going to be able to do anything until tomorrow. I thought I was maybe going to have to, what do you call it? Wait to go to Napa and hope and pray that they had a big enough socket to get on this thing for my impact gun. And cool. I'm glad I didn't just throw my hands up and wait till tomorrow. And yeah, yep, cool. All right, well, it looks like all the parts are... It looks like all the parts are there. So it's one... so it's 1, 2, 3. Right. Very interesting. Oh, I see. Okay. Yup. Okay, so those are for that. You know, I bet you this O-ring here goes on the inside underneath this, and it helps it stay squishy or something. I bet that's got to be what that's for. Just to verify, I'm going to take that piece apart first, and whatever parts I have to put in there, I will know for certain the rest that is there is only for there. Okay. All I have to do is hope that I don't accidentally stab myself here. Well, I'm not sticking the bill of my hat right in the camera view. That would be my luck. Yeah, go to edit the video and find out that I ruined the whole thing. Yep, that's where the O-ring goes. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. All right. Now for the joy of getting this thing to pop out. Maybe it'll be easier than I thought. Cool. Keep everything as clean as I can here. Oh, better take that call. I bet it's my neighbor trying to help. It sure does pay to have great neighbors. I gotta tell you. There's just some places where you have neighbors that, you know, you get from them what you put in. You know, unfortunately, there are some neighborhoods that don't have a lot of people that think that way. And, you know, ever since I was a little kid growing up here, I was always willing and ready to help my neighbors when they needed it. And it does. I believe it comes full circle, both good and bad. And yeah, just I couldn't be more grateful for the neighbors that I have. Holy, this O-ring is pretty gnarly, man. Holy shnikes. Okay, well, I got it past the initial. Hopefully I can get it in the other into its home here. Ooh, you guys see that? That would have been a visit, probably at least to urgent care. Yeah, the sketch factor was real. Wow. You guys almost had that live and in person there. Okay. Now, I don't know if there's some sort of magic trick to getting this sucker on here, but I don't do magic. How in the world? Oh, geez, I got my head right in front of the camera. I apologize. How the heck? Oh, boy. Wow. Nope, just keeps popping up somewhere else. Yeah, there was a couple YouTubers that kind of warned about fitment of these things can be frustrating. I'm not going to leave that on for the procedure because, knowing my luck, I'll snap one or something. Doesn't help that I have like an open fracture in my index finger on my left hand, so it's really painful right now to be fighting this. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, if it wasn't a right angle pick, it's almost there. Sorry guys, keep putting my head in front of the camera. Oh man, I thought I had it there. Thought I had it over the first ridge. Jesus. Yeah, I can see that one wasn't any different. Certainly wasn't going to be any easier. I'm going to have to come back to that. That's kind of throwing me for a loop. So anyway, I have accomplished what I set out to accomplish as far as identifying what went in there. Let's see what I can struggle with here. Okay. Wow. You guys still with me up there or what? You guys fall asleep? Hopefully you guys saw something. Other than smoke coming out of my ears or the bill of my hat blocking the picture. I guess putting that rubber gasket in first is probably the more ideal. Now that it's got hydraulic fluid on it, okay, that part's taken care of now. Okay, let me see if I can get a socket or something to match up with that. Don't stab myself. I can feel it coming. Sure wish the other piece would come off that or go, well, I may have spoke too soon here. Okay. All right. Okay. As far as this part, last but not least, ta-da! Okay. Well, that part's now the elephant in the room. Oh, God.